Soul Garden.
Hello, Lunar Child, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And my apologies for being off the air for about a clear month. Jupiter hit my sun and I went down. Witecki down. But I came back up pretty quickly, and a lot of that was due to our viewers. Thank you for the prayers, the energy, the remote healing, the crystals. People were sending stuff. People stayed in GA. People kept buying readings. I mean, it was amazing. It was truly amazing. We really do have an incredible network of light, and cancers in particular were super sweet to me. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, especially in the hospital. Cancers, very nice. Very nice to be cared for by a cancer. It really is. Now, that said, it hasn't necessarily been greatest for you in the last 30 days. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, but I am now. Really, in the last 30, no matter how difficult it was, I have to say it's only the beginning. Because it is time for cancers to find their inner faith, to find their connection to the universe. And a lot of times, the only way we find our faith is when life knocks us down to where we're on our knees praying, all right? Your stubbornness to your own higher self is directly proportionate to how much you might suffer in the next year, as the universe is just trying to get you to connect to your spirit and your intuitive psychic state of awareness. The universe is also trying to get cancers to step away from false evidence appearing real, which of course is fear, a big tag acronym here in the light work field, right? The point is to move forward, to step in your faith, because there are times, like with the nurses who were taking care of me, it didn't look good, the signs didn't look good. Their faith in themselves allowed them to have the power to hold space for me to have faith in me. Cancers like to take care of the world, but if you don't have a hardcore center, how are you going to do it? So the last 30 days, basically, we're introducing you to the next year of karma. That is the weeding of your soul garden, where you will first identify the weeds, identify what blocks you, identify the childhood problems that are now growing into full bushes today, finding those, cutting them down. I know you say you've done a lot of work. I'm sorry, I've been doing this for a long time. You're just getting started. But the good news is when the years pass in the summer of 2013, you're going to feel super solid on the inside. All right? So as we start on Wednesday, might be a bad day for the cancers on Wednesday. The moon is in Cancer, so your ego is a little trigger happy and your emotions are very empowered, and the universe is testing us on this day. In your case, testing you. So the boogeyman may show up Wednesday, where the old fear tempts you back, or the old lack of faith tempts you back, or you just want to collapse in knees and go, why me, right? That's the test. And that whole why me is you really reflecting on your karma. It's always you. You're always the last one to get fed or whatever. Well, why is that? You know, that's what the universe wants to know, but not on Wednesday. Really, the universe just wants you to feel the way it should be and take your astro in that direction. Just go, act, do. Don't fall in the old. That is what we'll be advising. On Thursday, it's 0 degrees. I always say 0 means 0, and it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Cancers. Now, for those born at a 0 degree, kind of an interesting story that I can't go into right now, but you're going to begin to feel right away your ego coming online and allow this darkness, if you've been feeling darkness for the last 30 days, ending. Thank God for that. So clouds part. It is now your birthday period, and your ego begins to come online. Ego is what it's all about in the next net 30. You're going to be upgrading your ego state of awareness. Now, ego is a very important state of awareness, even though it gets in the way all the time, but it's meant to shield us from things that will hurt us. Of course, it takes a lot of sophistication to be good with our ego on Earth. Obviously, the Earth sucks at it, but the point is don't feel bad. You are, by ego nature, emotional. So your ego and your emotions are fused as a Cancer, and that means that defense and emotions co-trigger, which is why it's no fun to fight with a Cancer at all, because their ego and emotion are tied. They are passionately right, even when they're wrong. They're passionate in each way. It's not even about right or wrong, it's the passion, right? So what you're beginning to do starting Thursday is first in chapter 1, identifying where your ego misfires or fails to fire. That's chapter 1. Do you love yourself when it comes to your ego? Is your ego supporting you first? That's really what ego's job is to protect you first. And so as we shift into this energy, anything that's glaringly not showing up for yourself might become a problem or an emotional fiasco. Also, watch how defensive you are starting Thursday and Friday as well, because your defensiveness is clues to where we're going to be doing ego cleaning. All right, so that's important for you to know. Then we move to Friday. Now Friday things actually I think perk up for you. For one, the moon leaves your ego, thank goddess, and now shifts to self-confidence, soul capital, and money issues. This will be a little clearer for you. The sun will also click into 1 degree into Cancer, and really the question for all Cancers on Friday is, does your ego, in other words, the guard at the door, the shield that helps you in life, the part of your spirit that guards you, does it love you? Is it on your team? Do you have a self-love intention when it comes to trusting, protecting yourself? Or are you martyring yourself, which a lot of Cancers do, so that they can feel important in the world? If you don't love yourself walking out the door, you've already failed as a nurse. You've already failed as a light worker. You've already failed as a wife. You've already failed as a mother. If you don't love yourself walking out the door, if the first and most important prime intention of the ego is not to love you first and protect you first. So the realities of that come clear on Friday, and depending on how dramatic you are as a Cancer will determine how much the universe will manifest example of your ego deficiencies, if you will. All right? All right. Saturday, things actually feel a little bit better. Why? Well, because Venus goes direct. Now, Venus is buried in your subconscious right now, which might have made you in the last 4 weeks get on your knees and pray, because really, the universe was forcing Cancers with this retrograde to discover your psychic awareness, to discover your own intuition, to discover your faith, and no clues are coming from the universe. Chris Witecki was down, everything. Okay? Now that Venus goes direct, you'll begin to see in your outer world reflections of your faith. So if you did some good work and you got new faith in yourself, you will see it paying off with Venus direct. If you did not do the soul work, you will still find yourself on your knees praying. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just teach them online. But the point is, it will shift in energies, and I'm sure you've done some of the work. If you watch Soul Garden, we're always proactive about that. So things will start to feel better on the faith level starting on Saturday. On Sunday, it's a Jupiter ruled day, so it's your birthday, your ego, the sun is in Cancer. You're probably feeling pretty good on Sunday. Definitely want to be a family picnic day, start that Cancer vibe, you know, cut up that watermelon, fire up the grill. That is so Cancer America. America July 4th, so American, right? But this is what you'll probably be feeling on Sunday. Definitely want to explore that. Explore how comfortable you feel with others. Explore your personality and how easy it comes out. Explore how much your personality and ego protect you among family and friends. This is all the research we want to know. On Monday, Uranus rules the day, so ego faux pas will come to a heavy surface, a blinding surface, probably on Monday. The more you can figure out what you need to work on Sunday while you're eating a picnic, the better, okay? Now, the moon is still in Leo, so you're feeling probably valuable. Maybe emotionally you're going to finance issues on Saturday and Sunday because the moon's in Leo. But things cloud up by Sunday night, so you probably want to hang out Sunday. Sunday night, you're pensive, you're in your head again, etc. All right, Cancer, that's all I got for now. I intend to be back on Monday. That is my intention. And so hang in there. Happy birthday, and I'll see you then. Live, love, be.